So it's a beautiful Sunday. Happy Sunday to you and happy Mother's Day to all beautiful mothers out there. If you be mother, wait, be say they listen to us, they watch us every time. If you live for United States, as US people they celebrate Mother's Day today, I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Wishing on every good thing. Say the labor of not be on a Euros past, the labor of una mother's yield no go waste. You no go waste in vain. Una go enjoy una labor. My name is Precious Inye. Welcome to Updated Precious. It always sweets my belly to London and the more to tell on things where they happen for inside Nigeria. And I don't come today to show on some things as it is shele for inside the country. So sharply make a begin give on a breakdown of some things where they happen for Nigeria. But before I do that, let me quickly let you know that my guest today, Sunday, as usual, my regular Sunday tonic. You know, that Sunday medicine one of the drink, right? That's Prince Francis Chilaka. Prince Francis, thank you so much for joining us.
Is that medicine still existing?
Sunday medicine. Did you take that drink? You know what I'm talking about, right? You near that
Yes, right.
medicine.
I
Okay.
took it. Now, so I'm asking, considering the fact that we're in a T-pain regime, you think that medicine is still existing?
Hey, no talk like that now. No talk like
Eh?
that now. And those days, that medicine that should be what it be for those days. It should be not to
That's
prevent
cheap,
sickness.
not cheap. Go try buy them now. Now you go understand what T-pain mean. Go try buy
Eh?
them.
Eh? Okay. Okay. All right, Nigerians, you're welcome to the show. So make a quickly run on that. There has been prophecies. You know, I like to start with prophecy. If me not be a woman of God on a Sunday evening like this, I go prophesy because there is Ogbonge prophecy, Mr. Prince Francis Chilaka. If you see prophecy, we don't land for on top of Peter Obi head, on top of Tinubu head, on top of Remi Tinubu head, on top of prophecy, just the Paul like water. I go
Wait,
let you know.
precious.
I'm coming.
Sorry, I'm
Sir,
going to interrupt you.
it's
Sorry.
okay,
You know, say not be church we do.
sir. Okay, sir.
We dare here now to talk about politics and the growth of
Now,
this nation.
prophecy won't get to do with politics
Yes,
now.
calm
Yes.
down. Calm
Sir.
down.
Okay, sir.
Why is it that Nigerians are so gullible?
How?
Somebody go sit down for a house saying see prophecy. When they ask you, say, what will be the name of the person? You they tell us, say, if the person come out, you go tell us, say, I'm the person. Which kind of prophecy be that?
You don't dey expose prophecy one. I never even prophesy already. I never prophecy. You don't dey expose them already. Okay, be coming down. Be coming down. All right, let's get straight to the prophecy. So, according to this prophecy, different things they inside the prophecy. One, they said that only three men, not be three. Three men, I go fit comot President Bola Tinubu for inside office. Look, I don't tell on before. Ghana, I tell on no vote Mahama, so on go suffer. See on a T-pain. Sorry, on a M-pain. Suffer. You see, I'm on the face I'm there now. Ghana. Oh, where did I say again? Sudan. I tell on I say, are they here waiting they happen for us? I say that thing no go end soon. I tell on that. And I warned Nigerians in 2022, do not vote Tinubu because on a suffer go long. See where on a day today now. I don't they tell on again. If on a vote Peter Obi for 2027, what's it go happen? Make I tell them, I no go tell on yet when that I reach. This is what will happen if you vote Peter Obi. And then, oh no, the prophecies then too much. I go let you know who see that prophecy and how. And he said most of the prophecies don't come true. Shocking revelations. Most of them don't come true. But speaking about prophecy and the things that happen for the country, let's enter inside the real matter with the inside country. As terrorists don't attack Zanfara Secondary School, kill teacher, abduct several students for inside night raid. That's now our reality. This one not be prophecy. Now for real life it happen. Zanfara Secondary School, terrorists, kill teacher, carry children them. Waka comot. Okay, make we also talk about more of insecurity. APC, I never even tell on this. APC forum done the question Nasarawa governor. Say, come. Come, Nasarawa governor, Kaji, how did they call come for Hausa language again? Zo,
Yeah,
man.
so,
Zo, man, I beg, no vex. This one will be like, say, he's like, you're for everybody and for nobody. Tell us the truth. Where are you? Are you supporting Tinubu or you're not supporting Tinubu? If you're a supporter, tell us. If you're not a supporter, tell us. That we want to know the shade of who you are and where you did. Why it be like say you do like say you did or you know did. That's now waiting APC people, their cackles don't they tell Nasarawa state governor because we like say they notice say in day like this. Speaking about River State, your good intention don't they ruin, they don't scatter Ulule or Jabarata. Comot the military administrator now. That's what group don't they tell Tinubu. We move to other issues. Pressure don't they mount. Say, comot the defense minister. Oh, you won't done too much. Why? Because insecurity done too much inside the country. I go tell you more on those insecurity will make the same way they comot defense minister. As we dey go on a small now we go. And oh, by the way, the jam, they just concluded jam we here say now only very about 20 something percent nine pass, be less than 40% nine pass the jam. Well, I did here to tell on a talk say they say na Anambra State and Lagos State now lead for exam malpractice. For even this jam, but they say they don't eradicate exam malpractice. That could happen. And there was a very bad accident today for inside Lagos State. I just say make a bring them to the fore where two truck jammed together like this, and two dispatch riders them die in the process. Die in the process. That we'll also talk about them. But still talking about other issues. Allegations of fraud rock APC chairmanship primaries in Lagos. Aspirant supporters cry foul in Etiosa local government. They say this primaries for this local government election, what they want to do for the primaries. Hey, say not be small fraud. Though. People they say, hey, ole, because some people say that because they choose some people, they don't choose favoritism. Now happen. Uh-uh. Oh wow. We'll move on to other issues. Peter Obi talk say how Nigeria go fit become Africa's beacon of hope, the hope where Africa gets. Now Peter Obi talk am. Then we'll move on to other issues. He didn't want, in fact, Prince Francis Chila can you go explain that matter for us because as they write that article, I know say now you go Chidi Odinkalo. He talked something about the making of a judicial selectocrats. You know, call them electocrat. Oh. Selectocrat. Now that grammar now see the thing grab my attention. Now say you go explain what's in talk by that selectocrat. I beg. Eh? You know, say I need to understand English language sometimes. Eh? All right, then let's move on to other issues. NSCDC, Navy, Army don't uncover illegal refinery for inside Anambra State. Anambra now said don't they do bunker an illegal refinery. And an Air Peace aircraft hits Antelope on Abuja airport runway, can cause flight disruptions. That one said we go let you know. Fallon or don't demand probe into alleged diversion of $3.4 billion IMF loan. That is IMF loan will reach $3.4 billion. Now then whisk am away. Then 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 divert the money. Now you say, Oga member can come and explain to us how this is happening. And then Madam Patience Jonathan or Mama Peace don't tell say 2027. I dare Gidigba. I am here. I'm not going back to Aso Rock. Because of that one, I dare here because Tinubu now wonderful president. And me, I go follow Remi Tinubu campaign for 2027 because Tinubu is a wonderful president. Now Patience Jonathan talk am. Not be me, not slap me. Kai, who wants to me? Atiku cannot be bullied to surrender his presidential ambition. Shegu show me. Now talk that one. And then moving on, we hear say in all these things, what are they talk when I say Tinubu did the work? Now Tinubu be the only person who go fit entrench true federalism. Tinubu na the only person who go fit federalism and restructure Nigeria. People come they say, excuse me, sir. 2 years not enough to restructure them. I be won't take 5 years to restructure. If you want restructure Nigeria, at least you could don't start with your kind of people where you put into power. You're not going to put one side. You could put them in the when the time comes, we'll talk about this. All this and more. Now we want to talk about for inside the show this evening. Prince Francis, thank you so much as you follow me, Sudan.
You're welcome.
Make as we yarn the things that we concern our country. Should we start with prophecy or we'll just move forward a bit? After forward, we'll come back and talk about prophecy.
Anyone, because those things you call, you see, let me even tell you, these things you call prophecy, they are more like permutations. These people say that they see whether they see prophecy or whether they profess for Nigeria right now. What do? They play just like people they play Bet Niger. Yes, that's what they're doing. It's like somebody speaking in tongues and I'm not able to understand. And the person is not telling me what he's speaking. And there's nobody in the congregation to tell me what that person is speaking. And you want me to accept it? Am I mad?
And Prince Francis, I cannot talk this
Which color of madness I get?
No, let some people hear this. You're speaking in tongues. Oh no.
No, which color of madness? Which kind of madness the person gets?
You speak in confused tongue to confuse your enemies.
Calm down.
Supposed to be, sir.
Initially everybody they attack Dr. Damina.
Yes, sir.
Say Dr. Damina don't talk. People know they pay tithe again. People know they pay offering again. We don't move from Dr. Damina. I get one way on the trend. I think Pastor Simon also. And if you need to listen to the man, he say, how you go stand as a man of God? You dey prophesy work for people where say companies know they exist. Job no there for the country. You sit down and they prophesy job for people. Where you want me the work come from? So the work will just come from heaven. It's like somebody who is seeking for employment. Application, school search you no get. First degree you no get. CV you no get. Application you no get. Meanwhile, somebody go look you for I tell you say you go work for NNPC. You go dey clap and they dance like Mugu.
People they receive miracle alerts now. You don't
I know,
understand.
but I want to still because as I did now, my eye dey red. This T-pen period now, anybody go give me a lot. As I tell you now, if you give me a lot now, I go happy. I go not say that you be you be the only prophecy when I know, or prophetess. But now let's be very sincere with ourselves. I think to a large extent, a lot of men of God should stop dabbling into Nigerian politics.
Okay, but before we
Since
reach the men of God
since
now, make we just dey talk the politics first now.
no, since after 2023 election,
Hmm.
a lot of them were exposed, and a lot of them have closed their mouth. They have gone to sleep. I think it was in 2012 or yes, 2012. It is the same men of God that gathered themselves and took people to Ojota to protest. As at that time, fuel was about 87 naira or so.
Eh, wait,
They
this
gathered
same thing,
people.
not be this same talk wey Tinubu talk. Sorry, wait, Peter Obi talk when they put am for trouble. Now you won't talk back again, sir. Make
Which
we
I
move on
want
to
to,
the politics.
but it's the truth. Where are
Okay.
all of them? All those who gathered at Ojota, all those who carried coffin and caskets, put for Jonathan head. All those who called Jonathan clueless, where are they today? Why are they not speaking out? Why are they not afraid? Are they afraid? Or is it that their mouths have been sealed for forever?
That means you mean say both those who say Jonathan as he was past Nebuchadnezzar and those who talk say you even give Jonathan wife name to shift hippopotamus. All of them supposedly talk now.
Where are they? Yes, they should be speaking.
Okay.
We know that they are not biased. We will know that they are being sincere. We will know that they believe in the Nigerian people. But they don't believe in the Nigerian people. Every one of them is wear belle face. Men of God seeking for people's tithe and offerings.
Hey,
Men of God giving fake prophecies here and there.
hell.
That is
You
who
know,
they
say
are. That is what
you
they
know,
have taught
say you
themselves to
don't
be.
remind me of a video where I see where it be like saying I one guest preacher from one foreign church come Africa. People they speak in tongues. You can't call person to come speak in tongues. He said speak in tongues. The person speak. You can't say somebody here should interpret what the person speak. Nobody can interpret.
That is what you're
The person
saying.
interpret. Nobody can interpret because according to the Bible, make her no preach now as a woman of God. Say everywhere where gift of speaking there is a gift of interpretation. I be not be said it's supposed to be.
No, only
But
no. In
let's
Nigerian precious. In
sir.
Nigerian churches, the gift of interpretation is not given. God has not given that.
Oh yeah, make we move into insecurity because
So
insecurity.
for me, for me, anybody saying I am prophesying, I take it with a pinch of salt. I don't even listen to it.
Prince Francis
Because
Chinaka, I think
if you tell me,
prophecy.
no, I'm taking time to study that prophecy as said. And I've asked myself, how can you tell me only 3 people can remove Bola Tinubu in 2027?
Yes.
You have removed the 2 key persons, which is Atiku and
Oh,
Peter
yeah,
Obi.
wait. It's okay. Honorable, off the mic. Off the mic, honorable. In the on mic, who I never off. Oh, honorable, off the mic. Oh, yeah, let me go straight to it. I didn't want to jump into that conversation right away, but you go make I enter them sharply. Why are you doing like this, honorable? Oh, yeah, now, since the prophecy will be inside now, it don't make me vex, make I enter them. So, Primate Ayodele, will be the Primate Elijah Ayodele, will be the spiritual church of evangelical spiritual church Lagos. He shared in revelation wey concern Nigeria political future recently and also the security challenges including the economic outlook for inside Nigeria. And he talk this ones because people know him as person wey sabi prophesy for things wey dey happen for Nigeria. And truth be told, people talk say most of him prophecies don't work. Most, in fact, for 2022, he said in one Nigerians, make dem no vote Tinubu, then go vote am. He also warn Nigerians say the war for Sudan e no go end now. E don end, e never end. He also predict of wetin go happen for Haiti today. E dey happen. He also warn the rebels dem for Somalia say e go say dem go make the Somalia ungovernable. E dey happen today. He also be the first person wey warn Tinubu when one say Tinubu and the North go get issues. Right now, Tinubu and North don't they get issues. So he want these things ahead of time, as you can see, the prophecy they work. Now, he also predicts, say, Babajide Sonwolu go get problem with him, Baba. You understand? That is Baba Sokwe. Siam, and it dey happen now. He also predicts long battle between Fubara and the person we bring her into power. That one, now they happen right now too. He also want say the world. Make them they very careful of Donald Trump when he come into second term because the world go face crisis because of Donald Trump policies. Waiting they happen today. He also want say there will be major blackouts in Europe. Europe, if us not be a man of God, sorry, men of God. All these prophecies, all of them don't come true one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Now,
Precious,
for inside, sir,
precious,
and
hold
they
on.
come now, I can
Precious,
never
no, one
enter the
minute.
one where you dey talk now.
Hold on,
Sir,
hold on, hold on,
let me
hold
talk
on,
about this one because this
hold
one is
on,
very
hold
critical.
on,
It's about
hold
our future.
on, hold on. Why is it that
Okay, sir.
most of these prophecies in quote that have been claimed to have come to pass, we only hear about him prophesying about it after they have come to pass? Why is it that we don't hear about it before they come to pass? Why? So we need to know. I mean, I'm a critical thinker, and I'm asking very, very critical questions because I want to learn. I want to be one of those who would learn under his tutelage. So I want to know, why is it that every time people want to prophesy, they don't give us, the prophecy of John the Baptist, the prophecy of Jesus Christ. These were prophecies that were very obvious. The Bible talked about it, and people talked about it. So why is it that each time the
You
prophets
can never
we
even
have
trust the
in
prophecy
no,
before you
why
know
is it
whether
that
it's
each time we have the prophets we
false.
have in Nigeria, it is after an event has occurred, they now begin to tell you, oh, I prophesied it. Now, as it is today, everybody knew, except you're not educated and you're not aware and you're not informed. Everybody knew that Donald Trump's second coming was going to be a disaster.
Okay, so let me finish now. This particular thing, not an exclusive interview with Tribune get it more. So it's from an exclusive interview with Daily Tribune, a National Tribune, a newspaper, and it dive into things we get to do with our future. We go shaping our future for Nigeria, and it's only very important. See, I mean, if you know the Bible very well, you go believe say Bible talks say where there is no vision, my people perish. So now the vision don't they now when Nigerians supposed to put things in place to make sure say then work make that vision either happen or no happen. If not good, make it happen. If na bad, make it not happen. Abi. So that is why we have to know because this is about our future. That's 2027. All right, let's go straight to what it is. Now they call the ask me say yes. I want Nigerians in 2022 not to vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I said their leadership would make life hard for Nigerians. See where they now, and now we're seeing the result. But let me tell you this: 2027 will be a different game entirely. That's what you talk. He said 2027. Say it no go be just politics. Say it go be different game entirely. Say it go be war and it go be a new kind of war. So say once you want to see where they start now, see this one just they do press up. It does the start, right? Because 2027 say it go be war and it go be a new kind of war. So they can't, ask them to elaborate more or cover and explain. Say yes, I want Ghana made they no vote Mahama. Look where they did now. They ignore me and they don't experience hardship right now for Ghana. I want world made they no vote Donald Trump. You see where they did today now. So all these revelations then they come to pass. So you can't say, let me be clear. Let me tell Nigerians, this one hard niche, but make a talk. Let me tell Nigerians, if Nigerians vote Peter Obi, tragedy will strike their nation. Sorry, not our nation. Their nation. Tragedy will strike them. If they vote Atiku Abubakar and call the nation go olule, go collapse. And as surprising as it may be, Tinubu might be the same person we BC people supposed vote for. Is the one to vote for. That is the truth. That's what Primate Ayodele talk. How can I go find the footage for inside there? I've been at the interview for inside National Tribune. Not gonna use the interpreter, not be me right before you guys come for me, right? Okay. So now so you talk. They can't ask some more explanation. It can't they talk me said now. There is Kuma, a divine pause. God has revealed three big names to me that can be the only people that if once they enter the race like this, they go bring down Tinubu. Tinubu's presidency will not go beyond 2027. Say he no go fit past 2027 when Tinubu go rule us. But if except these men them come into power. Say, but if he reveal the men now, because God not tell him make he reveal them. If he reveal the men, it could be problem. Say, he say Tinubu don't go return to power if any of those three men come up. But say I will not reveal those names because not even under gunpoint. If I like when I put them for my neck, I no go reveal. Once one of them come out, I go boldly tell Nigerians saying, "Wow, this is the man. This is the man that will remove Tinubu." But guess what? It is not Peter Obi. Guess what? It is not Atiku Abubakar. Because if Ona vote any of them, it is a disaster. One of them, tragedy go strike Nigeria. The other one, Nigeria go collapse. All right. And they can't ask him again, what must Tinubu do to improve Nigeria? He say there are 2 or 3 critical steps that he must urgently take to turn the country around. But it will, but I reveal those privately when the time comes. However, I can tell this: Nigeria's black image will soon be erased. That is that black image, that dirty potopoto image where they use no Nigeria, where some people they talk, say they use no Nigeria, say they go soon come out. Our passport go regain in glory. That's what they see. And it go get in respect, in global respect across the world again. Our flag go change. Or you go boom again. In fact, divine revelations going to happen for inside Nigeria every day. They can ask him another question. Say, what about security, sir? Make the presidency day aware. What you supposed to know about his own personal security? Say, hey, Tinubu security. I see something. I see something. Tinubu security has been compromised. Tinubu say insecurity don't they compromise. He must take direct control and exercise extreme vigilance. Say Tinubu suppose they careful, watching back, watching side, watch everywhere, wait there every time. In fact, he said the first lady Oluremi Tinubu, I see you in the spirit. In particular, you must be protected. There is a poison threat. In fact, as I talk to you right now, I say because of say threats there to poison you, change your cook. Change anybody way there around you right now. Because even at that, there's even a risk of an unexpected gunshot within the villa. Say person shoot gun anyhow for inside presidential villa. Say this is not very serious things. And Ona must act now to take them very seriously. Then I can ask him another question. You've made bold political prophecies before. Any correct ones? He said yes now. Before Sheriff defected, I predicted that 3 PDP governors from Enugu, Delta, and Akwa Ibom Cross River will cross over. PDP aspirants should not trust their governors. They've all been compromised. As for Erufai, Erufai, do I see you in the spirit, Erufai, don't underestimate him. Erufai, don't underestimate. He's preparing fiercely for showdown. And that is why I say 2027 will be not just a politics, it will be war. Tinubu must be ready for air fight. That is what I see in the spirit. You can ask him, what about vice president? Please, the drama on my part. Don't be say talk him. What about vice president? Say, vice presidential, oh no. Tinubu should not try to replace Shetima. You see that thing I hear that he's going towards Dogara, he's going towards, he should not go there, He should not go there. Yes, they will have issues, but he must allow Shetima finish along with him. That's my advice. Because if he does that, I see trouble. They say you once mentioned that Ribado may be future president. He said, yes. No, who Ribado is a potential future president, but the system will gang up against Nuhu Ribado. You see, he will be hated. He will face fierce opposition. Tinubu and Shetima will clash. Tinubu will also clash with Somolu. Somolu and the Lagos speaker Obasa will clash. They will fight. In fact, hey, Obasa must be very careful. Obasa, drink and women is what he sees in the spirit. Drink and women. I hear drink, I hear women. They could bring you down, Obasa, if you're not very vigilant. So they can't ask her more questions. Make her continue the prophecy, sir. Make her continue the prophecy, sir. So
Calm down. Calm down.
No. It's important that we
calm down. Calm down.
About your governor.
Calm down.
It was a strong future day for Hope Uzorema for Abuja. Saying get future for Abuja, but he must tread cautiously. He risks being lied against at the presidency. He talk a lot of all of these things, and some of them he don't talk about them. Concerning the security situation, he says security could worsen. He never even good at all. So make I, let you react to those very, very quickly while we move on to other issues.
Well,
do you think that these are not things that we should be wary about? That's the question.
These are things of common sense, precious. If this is the way God operates, we won't have a problem.
How?
Yes, if this is the way God operates, we will not have a problem.
How do you mean?
It means everybody God go get, where they go to tune up. Like as they don't tune into your page now. That's why everybody they tune in now. They just tune into the station, and God will just tell people what they want to tell them. I do not believe that God will give you a prophecy for someone and then ask you to hold or not to reveal that prophecy. The moment you begin to tell people that even at gunpoint, you will not reveal that prophecy. Then it's not a prophecy.
No, but because of national security, there are some things that God will
No, no,
reveal
no,
to
no, no. Please,
you, not
please,
able to reveal.
please,
Sir,
precious. Let us
sir.
leave national security one side.
Eh.
I have always said that it is high time a lot of men of God should stop speaking about this country. They do not have the quality, they do not have the integrity, they do not have the mindset. Somebody cannot come up to you and tell you, oh, precious, I see you tomorrow becoming a minister in the federal cabinet. But two people will stop you from being this minister. I will not tell you who these two people are. But when they begin to act, I will not tell you, see, these are the two people. and you want to believe that?
Why shouldn't I believe?
Why would you believe it? Does it make any sense to you? Logically speaking, does it make any sense to you?
Okay.
You told us, you claim you told us in 2023 not to vote in Bola Tinubu. And you claim it is a divine prophecy that God spoke to, because prophecy means that God has spoken to you. And you told us that God spoke to you that Nigerians should not vote in Bola Tinubu. When did our God begin to speak from two sides of the mouth? When did our God become a God that is partial? So the God that told you in 2023 that Nigerians should not vote for Bola Tinubu, it is now the same God that is telling you that it is the same Bola Tinubu that will bring Nigeria the glory it wants. It is the same Bola Tinubu that will win 2027. What are we talking about? Now, if you're telling me that, I'm even more particularly interested in the issue of Atiku and Peter Obi.
Why?
If you're telling me that if Nigerians vote, don't forget, he said Nigerians vote.
He said if Nigerians vote.
Good. That means that if the vote of Nigerians count, if Nigerians say this is who we want,
Okay.
it's like, you see, it's like people get this misconception. A man is looking for a wife, and you say God will give you a wife. God does not give wife. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and the blessings that follow. It means that you will be the one to find the woman and present the woman to God
To
for
God.
blessing.
Eh.
So if Nigerian people are saying, we want Peter Obi for 2027, and they take Peter Obi to God, God will have no option than to bless Peter Obi, because that is what the people want. And that is why the Bible says that God has given man the free will to choose right or left, to choose right or wrong. So why is it that a lot of men of God that try to, spoil, play with our mental health?
All right, sir. Let's quickly move on to other issues. Our reality, we don't finish prophecy. One of the realities we would get now, how terrorists use attack people and series of terrorist attack. There was a story about terrorist attack and how they use kill the top military officer, and in fact they here now, they identify. I just don't want to show the photos because make it not be like, in case the families of this person never see the photos, make it not be like saying for my page to see. And first, let's respect the dead. Identity of Nigerian army captain killed by Boko Haram in Borno State, and Captain. Yeah, it's hard for me to do this. It's really very hard, but
It's in
this
the news
happened.
already now. It's in the news.
So his name is Captain Kamal, and he's been identified as a senior army officer killed by Boko Haram terrorists in his gay community in Goza local government area, Goza, for inside Borno State. And the last time where any senior army officer died, they take action, and that was in inside Delta State. So I don't know why they no fit do anything. Why president should give an order now? They should catch fish the perpetrator, do something to them immediately, because the last time there was a marching order when that kind of thing happened. We should
Precious.
respect
It
such a
looks
marching order.
like
But sir,
like your YouTube channel.
what thing happened?
Good. In Okoma community, when soldiers were killed,
Mm. In Okwama.
in Okoma, yes, and the army declared a war that they must fish out those who are responsible, and
Mm.
Mr. President gave a stamp to it.
Yes.
I think a day or two after that, army officers were also killed, either in Katsina or Zamfara,
I think it was Zanfara also. I think is that
and
Zanfara.
nobody talked about it.
And senior officers, oh,
Yes, nobody talked about it.
I think a senior officer was
So you
involved.
find out that it is more like saying, oh, when anything happens in the south, southeast, south, south, these are people that have a homeland. These are people that have ancestral homes. These are people that have, you know, families intertwined together. These are people you can hold on to and hold responsible. But when it happens in the north, there is no family, there is no ancestral home, there is nobody to be held responsible.
All right, so let's move on with series of these attacks and other issues that perhaps they need to do. We think they need to do to tackle the issue. So we hear say heavily armed bandits don't attack government secondary school Raqqa for inside Safi local government area of Zamfara state. Then kill one teacher and carry did no plenty number of children no fit talk the number of students wey be say dem don adopt now. Amnesty International don also confirm everybody don dey cry about so that is our students they don kidnap them. The last time wey be say or the times they already kidnap students wey would dey make noise well well, we do know the Chibok girls, the Dapchi girls and all of those, but I don't know why this one people there is no outcry about it. Are they not students enough now? Enough rather the assault we hear say occurred just yesterday night, Saturday night, marks yet another crime episode of the worsening security crisis plaguing the state and the broader northern region. Now, Amnesty International condemns the attack as a flagrant violation of international humanitarian law and a clear indication of the government's ongoing failure to protect civilians, particularly in conflict prone areas. In fact, they talk, say, the attack on government science secondary school Raqqa is a serious violation of international humanitarian law and it undermines the right to education, the human rights group said in a statement. Meanwhile, the full details for inside the incident we never still understand them because the number of people we be say they carry so far they never fit still confirm them. But local authorities and security agencies say they conduct investigation, research to find out whether the exact number of people will be say they carry. Repeated attacks don't they happen, and so they carry people. They go from time to time. Zamfara don't be one of the epicenters of violent banditry for inside Nigeria, with communities frequently targeted by armed groups operating with impunity despite repeated government announcements. Now, other issues they were as it concerns security. I don't tell you about this Ogadix exclusive of the person who be said and killed for inside attack for inside Zamfara state for Goza, no, for Borno State Goza. He said the attack will kill him. The Emir of Goza, as they talk about this Captain Kamal, will be said and kill. Mohammed Shehu Tinta will be the Emir of Goza. He be they talk on Wednesday when he narrates the matter. He said the terrorists them strike and then kill Kamal. He said the attack happened around 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. And when the terrorists enter inside the farming community, they come they shoot anyhow for inside the air before the Nigerian military personnel them even come in. Say with the assistance of local hunters and vigilantes and members of the civilian joint task force, now they fit use pursue them go. But at that time, aside from the army officer where died, we have say one soldier also been died too for inside that incident. According to Emir, the security agencies also killed three of the terrorists them for inside this attack. But in all of this now, people don't they call on there is the change of the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badr Babubakar. In fact, it be like say the efforts now to come out and don't be very intensified because people talk say, ain't they do well at all. Say because the way the insecurity don't dey for inside the country, it don't dey worse. People don't they liking the insecurity for the country right now. As what happened during Jonathan administration around 2013, 14, 15. Now people they talk say some people they think say this insecurity issue now planned thing, or maybe that I be the Jonathan script they about to replay where it be say because it's Southern or the government, they won't make sure say it come on. But Afenifere Youth Vanguard for peace for inside Nigeria. They don't also call on Honorable Yusuf Gadge, a member of the House of Representatives from Plateau State, where last week an issue escalating criticism on the minister on the floor. Gadge also, in fact, make I even play you that video where Gadge talk, because Oga, if you hear waiting that man talk for mouth concerning our insecurity matter, a cry, a talk. But the problem be say these things the way be say they talk. I beg no vex. I want to understand. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they hear him. On a people where be say they close and they tell him enough of these things that would happen. Hear waiting an honorable
Honorable
member
Gadi,
on the floor of the
I'm
House
from Plateau
concerning the
State.
security issue for inside.
Mr. Speaker, you will only understand the heaviness of the content of this motion if we are privileged to see the picture of what Boko Haram did to Giwa barracks and other attacks within military formations in Borno State. Mr. Speaker, the pictures I saw, I am scared. I am scared whether the safety of the Nigerian civilians within the Nigerian territorial land can be guaranteed. Mr. Speaker, we budgeted for money, arms and ammunitions, tanks numbering more than 40, including other platforms that belongs to the Nigerian military that is aimed at safeguarding our people, have been taken away worth trillions of naira by Boko Haram. How can we guarantee the safety of the Nigerian people in the circumstance that the platform that are meant to protect these people have been taken away by the enemies of the people? Mr. Speaker, we have been doing our best under your leadership. The National Assembly have been speaking on issues of insecurity. But Mr. Speaker, actions by departments of government must be taken. Mr. President must hold Nigerian military strategic commandants and other head of security agencies accountable for negligence of their responsibility. In as much as we appreciate, Mr. Speaker, the security agencies for putting their life at the front line to protect Nigerians, to make sure Nigerians sleep, we must hold somebody accountable that taxpayers' money used to buy guns, used to buy other platform for Nigerian military to fight, will be compromised and be donated like a form of free of charge to the enemies of this country. Mr. Speaker, this is unacceptable. I want to say again and again, Nigerians are being killed on daily basis from the north to the south, to the west, to the east, and we are here for Nigerians. Mr. Speaker, government must do the needful. The everyday resolution that we pass is not enough. Mr. Speaker, if it means facing agencies of government as a National Assembly to ensure that publicly we bring them to account for their responsibility and to account for their negligence of responsibility, we have to do that. Mr. Speaker, I will send you intelligence of the picture of the arms and ammunitions of the platforms that have been taken away by Boko Haram in Maiduguri. And when the leaders, when the governor is crying, other representatives of government are first to issue statements undermining the supremacy of the chief security officer of the state, who knows what is happening in his state, who is crying, and someone within the comfort of his zone will say that the governor is raising an unnecessary alarm, whereas Nigerians are killing. This is unacceptable. Mr. Speaker, we must stand up and find a way of bringing this issue of insecurity to order. Otherwise, you and I is not safe. No matter how Nigerians respect us, we are moving to a level that Nigerians will fight us the way they fight criminals and the way they fight Boko Haram. Until the right thing is done by us here, until we speak for the Nigerian people, until we draw line, until we tell government what we are supposed to tell government, and until government respond by action, not by media statement or press statement. Do not hope, Mr. Speaker, that any member of the National Assembly is safe to move, not by bandit, not by Boko Haram, by the people that elected you and I time will come, if action is not taken, that Nigerians will take their destinies in their own hands. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity.
All right, so that's now Honorable Gadge from Plateau State, as Ibise Ide talk before the floor of the House, as they bring up matter we get to do with security. And the Afenifere Youth Vanguard of Peace for Inside Nigeria, AYPN. Today, Sunday, come back everything where Yusuf Gadge talk. We'll be member representing Plateau State. For waiting in talk for inside this matter like this, all the issues we busy raise. In fact, they support and they talk to them. In fact, they say there is no excuse of what is happening under Badiro's watch. That is under the Minister of Defense watch. Say no excuse. How will go get Minister of Defense and the country go day like this? Can they describe the lawmaker statement as clear and courageous vote of no confidence on the Minister of Defense, saying that no vote of no confidence, now he give like that. The kind of talk say, in fact, say make president do something about it. He say it's the backbone of Nigeria's safety, and he has collapsed under him. That is the Ministry of Defense, saying that the backbone of Nigerian safety, and say he don't collapse under him. The group also, since the appointment, the minister say they focus more on consolidating personal businesses interest and rather than to address security issues and threats. Can they describe as a contractor in camouflage ministry? I didn't know what they call it. They say him be a contractor in a camouflage ministry. In fact, they also claim say the defense contracts where they award based on political alignments. Say when they give, say any defense contract in the award and based on political alignments, which they say has contributed to equipment shortage and intelligence failures in military operations. Say because of saying they do paddy for anything when they do, saying I'm waiting make shortage of intelligence day and equipment no conde. In fact, quoting them, they say Badaro is too old, too out of touch, and too distracted by ambition to lead a wartime ministry. If we were at peace, maybe he could, coast on because peace day. But not be at this time. But we are fighting for our survival, and he's not even present. He not even did there. That's what they talk. The group also accused the Minister of Ethics of ethnic bias. Say it align in recruitment and procurement and everything we concern within they want buy and recruit based on the decisions we be say that people where they close to them and people way from where they. I would like to get your response to this based on all of this insecurity matter where they bedevil the country or where they affect our country.
Precious.
Sir?
I've said to myself that I was going to keep away from talking about the issues of insecurity in this land.
Can't stop talking about it because our lives are at stake.
And the reason is this, because we've talked so much, we've screamed, we've cried, we've wailed, we've done everything we should do, but nobody listens. First and foremost, that asked Mr. President, how can you take somebody that has been accused allegedly to be involved in terrorism, somebody that even the governor of his own state has come out to tell the world that this man has an affinity with bandits and terrorists, that while he was a governor, he was hosting them in government house. He was giving them money in government house.
That one is Zanfara. That one is the Minister for State, sir.
I'm coming.
Okay, sir.
I'm coming. And, the president has not done anything. He has not seen the need to do anything about it. So those who are attacking the minister himself, they're also not being sincere and honest with themselves. Everybody's living the cancer and treating the relationship. Secondly, I do not understand what Mr. President is thinking. You have a minister of defense, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You have a minister from the north, minister of state from the north.
Yes.
So what are we talking about?
Because now they understand, but you
What
know,
do
say
they
the whole
understand?
security
Please, you
thing
should
are
stop playing
mostly
that.
for the north.
If people don't
We bring
understand
people away
Jack,
from there so that because they understand the terrain
no,
pass
no, no,
for
no,
that
no.
area.
You're getting it wrong. They don't understand Jack. Because
Okay, sir.
if they understand with the responsibility and with the trust Mr. President has put on their shoulders, we shouldn't be talking about insecurity today. We shouldn't be talking about it. You have two ministers, both of them from the north, both of them from the same religion. And these are the people who have approved for captured bandits, Boko Haram members, to be reintegrated into the system. What kind of thing do you think they are thinking? What
Okay, so
solution do you think these people have?
excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Let's get it clear. First of all, remember, say the Operation Safe Corridor now from Muhammad Buhari administration. Where be the operation? Where be the movement? Be the operation where be say they give amnesty to Boko Haram people and a southeast, sorry, northeast now been they centered. But now under this administration now they can't extend them to southwest. Sorry, to northwest under this
Thank you.
administration. That
I
means they
totally,
don't leave them for only Boko Haram. They don't extend
I
them now to
totally,
also
I totally
bandits
understand. I
and
totally
sectarians.
understand what you're saying.
I just want to make you
But
not be like say we'll carry
the
Buhari
point
say
I
put
am
on top
trying
of
to make,
yes.
the
Okay, sir.
point I'm trying to make is, you do not continue something that does not give you result.
Okay, sir.
You do not continue it. When we say that government is a continuum, we're not saying that the stupidity, the callousness, the lack of vision should be continued. So what is happening in the defense industry is that people are not thinking out of the box. How many young youths that have been arrested from the southeast and labeled as IPOB and ESN, how many of them have they been integrated and rehabilitated? Is it that those ones do not also demand the same treatment? Is it that those ones are not Nigerians? So what are we talking about? You take people from the southeast, you arrest people from the south, you call them militants. And then those ones are the ones that should go to prisons. Those ones are the ones that should be locked up and the keys thrown away. Meanwhile, those who are busy killing people by the day, chasing people away from their ancestral homes, making people live in IDP camps, kidnapping people and asking for ransom. Those are the ones that should be rehabilitated, and those are the ones that should be reintegrated. And you think you want to end that scourge? So you think that by doing that, you would have found a solution? No, by doing that, you are adding more to it. You are encouraging it. So if the government knows what to do, when you have a system that punishes people for crime committed, you will reduce the crime. Now let me take you. Let me tell you something. The northern governors, irrespective of party affiliation, had a meeting. I think in Kaduna, 2 or 3 days back.
Yes. I think it day before yesterday.
Yes.
All of them agree to say they want state policing.
I have read their communique. That thing is nonsense. With due respect to every one of them that attended that meeting, I had expected that these men who call themselves governors, these men who say they want to fight insecurity, I had expected that their first word, the first communique they should have issued is to condemn the activities of these headsmen and Boko Haram and all the other groups that are creating havoc, not only in the north, but in the entire country. They did not mention it. They did not mention it. So if you don't condemn those who are carrying out an act, How do you want to rescue that act? They closed their eyes to it. They never talked about the causes of the insecurity. And I'm telling you that these are people that want solution. So it is the same mindset that these governors in the north have. That is the same mindset your two ministers have. And it's so shameful. Honestly speaking, the honorable member has spoken so well. He has spoken my heart. He has spoken everything that needs to be said. Because the time is coming when the Nigerian people will take the laws into their hands. After all, the DG of the DSS have asked Nigerians, protect yourselves. So the time is coming. And when you see politicians beginning to talk like this, they're talking out of fear. Because most of them from the north today cannot go back to their states.
Oh, he spoke so you go see the emotions waiting in talk. You go see the
Go back to
emotions.
their states. How many of these governors can walk on the street without a security guard? How many of them? This is not the Nigeria, that I grew up to know. This is not. The Nigeria I have today is a scary one. I am scared of the Nigeria we have today. I am scared for my own children. Why Mr. President is scared for the children that are unborn? And we all clap. When they make such comments, you clap your hands. When people clap their hands stupidly, people are pretending that all is well when all is not well.
Now, speaking about all being well or not, I mean, politicians are still politicking, and the things still they happen because efforts still they intensify to know who they on the side of who and who know they on the side of who. So now, we to make a particular block will be the North Central block of the All Progressives Congress. Don't come out, come they call on the Nasarawa State Governor. Say, "Oga, come out, come out, come out, come. Come and tell us your stance because the way we dey look, you be like say they here, you know they here." Now, I remember say recently a particular governor, I think Governor Tanko, been Amakura, been lead some prominent CPC members, that is a CPC block of APC, to go pledge loyalty and allegiance to Tinubu. Talk say all of them they firmly in support of him. That is now because of that fear. What did they talk say the CPC block won't come out for inside APC, so they go pledge loyalty. But after then, somebody contact say, well, person come out contact say, this one where everybody they go they pledge loyalty. That is Malami. Say this one where they go pledge loyalty. So only one person then go BCC CPC go dey, whether they go dey for Tinubu or they dey against am. Tinubu come or they won't follow coalition wey they won't do. As dem talk that one, the oga governor come out on May 3rd, just come out, come talk, say that thing wey Malami talk na true. Say there is only one person in the world that can decide for the CPC. That is the father of CPC himself, will be Muhammadu Buhari. And say anywhere where he talk, na him dey go because Tinubu Buhari na him be CPC himself. And anywhere where he say they go, na him dey go. And then the northern APC they find them funny because then they talk say, how can you be an APC governor and then you're acting like you're for everybody and for nobody? Why are you behaving like this? So say it is very important for the APC to capture or to get as many governors as possible. Right now, we be say one of their own northern governors, maybe originally their governor will come through them, they get they shaky. How you take CM? You think say that more problem with the brew for inside APC, so or maybe they could
No,
still resolve them the normal way.
this is what I've said, and I say with all sense of responsibility. It appears that when people join the APC, their brains are turned upside down. We're talking of a country where insecurity is ravaging the land. A country where, people are paying so much for electricity. A country where there is so much hunger. And people are talking about 2027 election. So I keep asking myself, what is wrong with the political class? The kind of rascality by the political class is unfounded. Rather than sit down and begin to say, how do we talk to Mr. President? Talk to the governors. How do we talk to the National Assembly? How do we come together as a political elite that we are and begin to provide solutions to all the problems that are befalling Nigeria. No, they won't do that. They are busy talking about who is the campaign. That is how the national chairman of SPC is busy talking rubbish all over the place, telling us of the beauty of one party state that China. And that is what a man who calls himself a nationalist should be saying. A man who calls himself a Democrat, that is what he should be saying. I will say this and I will stand by it. If APC likes to capture all the governors of APC, they will not capture the Nigerian people. Every governor has one vote. Except Nigeria has become a country where the votes don't count. If truly, because what is playing out today, it's like what Arabambi was saying the other day. That, oh, they lost the election because they didn't have party agents. So because you didn't have party agents, INEC and APC decided to rig in favor of themselves. Because they didn't have party agents, the vote of the people didn't count. So when a lot of these politicians talk, they do not sit down to critically think of what they're going to say. They just say what comes to their head without thinking. And then when they go back, they begin to recollect and reflect on what they said. And they say, oh, I shouldn't have said it this way. So, and unfortunately, I keep hearing too many groups springing up here and there. So what we now have in Nigerian politics are policy groups springing up as, political organs. They're all policy groups.
That's shocking to hear.
Because at the end of every election, all of them will fizzle out. Those who will benefit will benefit. Those who will lose will lose.
Okay,
Since
so
this government came to power, we've had more than 1,000 Ponzi political groups. Look at how many that has come out since Natasha and their national disgrace and national romance. Every day you wake up, Akaibu Mind Association, Akaibu this, that, Natasha, that. Oh, that is all we hear. And they're using Nigeria.
Oh, speaking about
Nigerian youths who are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow, who are supposed to be enlightened. But Nigerian youths have allowed themselves to be continually used by the political class. See, everybody that campaigned for APC, those who campaigned, those who still support APC, all of us are inside the same boat today. All of us, they feel the suffering. All of us, they feel the pain. Nobody is excused. Let them continue. I've told you that the hunger in the land, the poverty in the land, is still not pressure. It has not yet gotten to its crescendo. When it gets to crescendo, the eyes of people will open up.
Okay, because I've been want to say, speaking about Natasha very quickly, I don't know whether you see one interview where one lady Grant, where she talks, say the Sandra Mbeki lady, Sandra Mbeki actually tried to pay her to indict Natasha or lie against Natasha. But that's a matter for another day. Let's leave that very quickly. That's
calm down, precious. Don't throw it underneath the carpet. It's not a matter for another day. It simply shows you that even the Nigerians in diaspora, they are sick in the head. There is more poison than the Nigerians we have in Nigeria. So they sit in diaspora and they spew rubbish. They think that they are better than Nigeria. They are not. Look at the name, Professor Mbeki. You and I know the meaning of Mbeki. When she was blabbing on social media, talking like somebody that was under drugs, high drugs. Since this lady spoke, she has kept quiet.
Oh, you expect she for reply?
If she knew what, if she was sincere with what she was saying, I was even expecting that since the Senate president is good at responding, he too have kept quiet. This is to show you the class of people you and I have as leaders. Leaders without vision, leaders without integrity. How can the nation prosper?
Okay, sir. All right. So, as speaking about support right now, and we get one support with the warm up right now because Mama Peace, the former first lady of our country, the Patience Jonathan, it don't declare her full support. Say she no won't go back to Asorok again. No, she no keep anything there where she dey go find. So she no won't go back to Asorok. Say rather she go carry her full support like this, give Senator Oluremi Tinubu, aka our first lady, what we get right now, so that the nation will continue to dey move forward for inside 2027. And she will talk this one for inside the night for Saturday night, yesterday night for inside Abuja, where she received the Woman Icon Leader of the Year 2025 award from one particular organization like that. And then she talk, she can't reaffirm her support for the principle of rotational leadership. Say she believes, say, iyen ba. Can they describe, say, na turn by turn, na it be. Say the turn by turn system, say it is very vital to maintain national unity. She said, I believe in one president. I can't sound like her. I believe in turn by turn. When it's your turn, I will support you. When it's not your turn, please step back so that the country can move forward. She can't talk more. She say she can't add say as the crowd they she talked this one as she'd address the crowd. Why be say she'd acknowledge the president's first daughter, the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Folashade Tinubu Ojo, daughter of the president and the Yaloja of Nigeria. Listen, before the Yaloja of Lagos, now the Yaloja of Nigeria. She can say, I was supposed to call her first, but I saved her for last. The daughter of our wonderful president, the president of Nigeria, the one and only we believe in, President Bola Tinubu. Iyaloja, thank you for standing with women because these are your women. Carry them along. They are with you. All the way, we are with you. No shaking. We will follow you. Direct us. We will follow you because there is only one president at a time. We don't have two presidents. I am outspoken. If I don't like something, I will say it. But I like something and I die for it. Now, dear, now, dear, now. Reflecting on her long-standing bond with Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Jonathan reveals that the relationship dates back to their days as wives of state governors and deputies, long before she even entered Asorok. I didn't just know Remi Tinubu right now. I didn't just know her just because she's the first lady. No, we worked together. We worked as a group. We are groups. We worked when I was deputy governor's wife. We worked when I was governor's wife. I knew her then. I talked to Oluremi. Even when my husband was the vice president, Oluremi stood with her husband and supported us during our first election. They supported us. So for me, I have a conscience. I cannot also abandon her right now. I will support her back. Okay. She reiterated her commitment to standing by the first lady and dismissed any speculation about a political comeback. He said, I stand by my friend. My friend is great. I told her I will campaign with her. I'm not going back. I'm not denying her. I'm not running. I'm not going back to the villa. If you call me, I would not go. In fact, she talk a lot of things, but make her end them here.
So this is the kind of news you want to talk about. So
Hey,
suddenly,
our former
Patience
first lady, no be
Jonathan
news.
has become a
Huh?
news item. A woman that could not manage the office when she was the wife of the president. There is God, oh, there is God. Not only you can come. That is it.
No, but there was
That is
nothing wrong
it.
with what she
So
said at that time because
this
she was
is
really
this
pained.
is
She
no,
was
calm
humane.
down. When they were carrying coffin against the husband, when they were calling the husband clueless, what did she do? Who did she run to? Is it not the
Yeah.
Nigerian people? Has she forgotten? Suddenly her brain has gone bonkers. When she was the wife of the president, we didn't see her face. We didn't see her daughter coming out to be the theologian of Bayelsa
Nigeria.
State. We didn't see the son coming out to be the first son of Nigeria. See how shameless this woman is. See how shameless the kind of leaders you have in this country are. Suddenly,
Can you help us
suddenly she
move?
is recognizing the daughter of the president as a theologian of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Suddenly. She doesn't want to go back to Asorok. Meanwhile, this is the same woman that people who worked for her as house help are languishing in prison. And that is somebody you think has character that people will support tomorrow. They think
Yeah,
that
because
Nigerians are
she
so
lost the
easily
jewelry worth
gullible.
over 800
Nigerians are
million
no longer
naira.
gullible.
She lost jewelry.
Nigerians are no longer forgetful.
Jewelry worth over 800 million lost her.
No, Nigerians
Eh.
are no longer as gullible and as foolish as they think we are. They have taken us for a ride for too long, turn by turn. Imagine what a wife of a former president is saying. Sometimes I,
But what is
sometimes
even wrong with that, sir?
I wonder how we have the worst of us ruling the best of us.
Okay.
I'm so ashamed with that, the whole grand drama she's making. With what happened with Chibok girls, she should go and hide her face in shame. I'm telling you the truth. There are certain people that shouldn't speak in this country. But Nigeria is a country where everybody speaks. Nigeria is a country where the political elite believe that they own the country and that all the other people are their slaves.
Okay, so very quickly, still since we're still talking about politics, we heard about the APC primaries in Lagos State. We happened yesterday, and we here see, in fact, the thing so cry because say they say na wuru and mago fulam, as different people they cry say because say the party leadership do favoritism, then pick people will be say in fact they upturn a lot of people them and people they complain. How you take see this
I
one as
beg,
they happen for Lagos State?
make
You think say
APC for Lagos close their mouth. Make they close mouth. Make they go sit down for inside toilet. Make they close their mouth. If Bola Tinubu was in Lagos, will all this nonsense happen? Will anybody open their mouth to talk?
So you think because
Now,
Tinubu is not in
suddenly
Lagos now, what's make
everybody's
people
making
not to?
noise. APC in Lagos has always been known. They don't do election. They don't do primaries. It is selection. We all know that. They know that. So what are they crying for? The cry that they are crying, how will it change anything? Were you not here when they said that the screening committee screened out the son of Obasa? Were you not, didn't you hear that? Did the heavens fall? So what are they making? They're talking as if this is the first time. This has always been the way APC in Lagos has been. They don't do anything democratically. It is from backyard. They select who they want. And that is why when they go to election, they ensure that those that they have selected will be the winners. Everybody is fighting to have the ticket of APC because they know that once you have the ticket, you will win, whether the people vote or not.
All right, so moving on. There was a picture of Peter Obi today that made the round late yesterday night and today, taking with Erify somewhere in London, and people don't they talk a lot about that. But before we even go straight to address the picture, make we address the content of waiting Peter Obi even talk about for inside that interview because he had a lot to say. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has said that Nigeria can become Africa's beacon of hope with competent, committed, and compassionate leadership. That is, Nigeria go fit be the hope where Africa will get if it be said and get leaders where they competent, we sabi, we get we be also committed, with their mind dey for inside the job, and we get pity for people. Say now waiting the good. He talked this one while he address African youths for inside the Africa Together conference. We get the theme, the making of Africa's future president. This one happened yesterday for inside Cambridge, United Kingdom. And on Sunday, the former Anambra State governor share a mind and experience for inside in Twitter handle and waiting in talk. He say yesterday at the University of Cambridge, United Kingdom, I was honored with an invitation to address African youth in the African Together conference tagged the making of Africa's future president. I was delighted to interact with these youths drawn from the African countries and different African countries and passionate about making a positive difference in society. I was inspired by the energy and determination of these young leaders, and I remain committed to empowering them to shape Africa's future. Our discussion centered on the pathway of dismantling corruption and building a better future for our continent. I reiterated how investing in the critical areas of human and national development, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty can drive immeasurable growth and development in our continent. It talk a lot of things, so but make I just the end I here because time no day. And then, but however, I like you to react to what he said before I go to his pictures I was making around it, air of fire, and why people get to they worried about that picture. Go ahead, sir.
During the 2023 campaigns and leading up to the elections, I remember I came back from work one evening, and it was my son, my last son. He asked me, he said, "Daddy, why are you supporting Peter Obi?"
Hmm.
And I looked at him and I was wondering where was that coming from. And I said to him that I am supporting Peter Obi because I see a man who keeps adding value to his life on a daily basis. And that is something I expect from parents. Improve on yourself, add value to yourself. After General Buhari was booted out of office by Abacha or IBB, one of them booted him out of office. He never showcased himself anywhere. You never saw him in public. He never one day even gave lecture to Islamic groups. The only thing people were saying is he's in his farm. We didn't even see the farm. Talk less of the animals in the farm. We never saw him interacting with those animals. So a lot of us were expecting, if he has been in his farm, maybe when he comes as a president, he will have solution to the agricultural sector of Nigeria. But he never did. Just since after the elections, Peter Obi has been going from one institution, one group to another, giving lectures, interacting with the people. The man has kept on developing himself, adding value to his life, and sharing life experiences with people. What other do you need to say somebody would be a good leader? Now, I bring it back to your current president, Bola Tinubu. Other than the fact that he starts in Lagos as a de facto ruler, please tell me where one day you heard that he went to give a lecture somewhere.
But we have other leaders who
I'm
also go
coming.
out to give lectures. Jonathan
I'm
still goes
coming.
out today till today. Obasanjo still
Down now.
travels very well. Even at
Calm
Obasanjo's age,
down. Calm
Obasanjo still
down.
dey travel
We're
till
talking
today.
of Jonathan. You're talking of Obasanjo. Can you make comparisons now? Precious, don't drag us back into the stone age now. Don't drag us back into the stone
How?
age. Even Atiku that wants to be president, other than the things he put out on Twitter, which obviously is done by his aides, never have you seen him go to speak in public. Very fair, very rare.
Why is that important? Can you
You know
help
why it's important?
enlighten Nigerians why?
If you,
Okay.
Precious, you do not read headlines, you do not understand the headlines, how do you want to be able to pose question to your guest? So that is it. If as you are, or anybody is, and you're not conversant, you're not reading, you're not adding value to yourself, how will you be able to understand what your children are going through in school? So these are very important areas we should look at. We shouldn't just be looking for a leader that you believe, oh, he has money, he's a jagaban, he's a warlord, he's a Frankenstein. No. As it is in Nigeria today, we need a leader that can be respected outside the shores of Nigeria. That is what we need. And that is why when people talk of Obasanjo, I tell them, I said, forget Obasanjo. Everybody have their shortfallings. But Obasanjo is one man that I respect deeply till tomorrow. Jonathan has joined the fray of people I respect. But make you go tell a wife, make the wife know how they talk. It's very important.
Okay, so while time is going, so what could be wrong with a Peter Obi having a conversation with El Rafai? What should
There's
that be
not
about?
a problem. It's just that people are myopic. A lot of people, I remember what your guest said on Friday, Abdul Karim, and I took it home and I analyzed it critically, and I saw a lot of wisdom in what he said. He said that those in power, those at the corridor of power, even governors, they are scared of taking a picture with Peter Obi. They are scared of visiting with Peter Obi because the government at the federal level is scared of Peter Obi. So once they see you with Peter Obi, bam, they begin to plot on how to remove you or plot on how to do something to you. But it's so shameful, the kind of politics we play in Nigeria. You're playing politics where you can no longer express yourself in front of your brother. You cannot be free to sit down on a round table with your brother to discuss just because you are scared of what anybody would say. So,
Okay, now for this meeting, not be just him. Dan Bazawi also did the meeting. I mean, did that conference, and all of them been there together. But one of the things that we get people talking that this two aside where LFI get together with Peter Obi, and then he also got a lot of Peter Obi supporters talking, say they don't even want to hear say Peter Obi come near LFI. Say if anything happen, say Peter Obi go wrong with LFI. Say they go cut and come out
see,
for inside Peter Obi mouth at all. Say they no need that kind of thing because they claim that El-Rufai is an extremist, and so not they claim based on what had happened in the past that El-Rufai is an extremist, and they don't want B2B to share governance or be they near that kind of person. Based on what somebody be don't talk before, talk say if anybody they will come out Tinubu for power, they go need Peter Obi go need the support of people like El-Rufai and Atiku. How that one go use workouts now? We be saying most of Peter Obi supporters no one see him near
when you say
El-Rufai.
Peter Obi supporters, who are they?
And then
Who are they?
there are a lot of people now.
They're not speaking for the obedience. The obedience believe in one man, and that is Peter Obi. The love people have for Peter Obi is organic. Not the love where they take money buy. Not the love where they take sweet and gift buy. It's pure organic love. When the chips are on ground, you go know who be the real supporters. One thing I've found out is on social media is that most times a lot of people you see who tell you that they are supporters of Peter Obi and they keep criticizing certain steps Peter Obi take. They are not his supporters. These are APC orchards claiming to be supporters of Peter Obi. By the time you put them to the test, you'll find out that no. These people are not Peter Obi supporters. What we want today is to have a country you and I can call our own. A country our children can survive. Not a country where a minister is going on an official trip. You carry your children. And your children
And the
have
children
become
they
your
live
SA
bougie life.
and your advisors. And you're taking them to an official meeting.
But if the president can do it, why can't
That is why I
somebody else
said
do
that
it?
we are not running a democratic system. We seem to be running more of an oligarchy. What we're running in Nigeria today is more like a family business, which is not supposed to be so. So if Peter Obi and El Rufai, according to prophecy, I know that when they prophesy, according to prophecy, that the two of them go save Nigeria, please, they should go ahead. The suffering in the land today is serious. It is not smiling. Anybody that says it's smiling, that person is not being sincere to himself or herself. I'm sure you heard about the issue of tinted glasses. You will now go and apply for tint.
Yes, so you go to pay,
You will be paying
yearly,
14,000 plus yearly.
yearly.
Meanwhile, to do your papers, your car documentation, renewal of license and everything, car particulars, is almost about 30,000-40,000. And then you now add 14,000 to it. And the man is earning 70,000 naira. And you want the man to survive.
You never talk NIMC. No, who they earn 70,000 no get motor now. You never talk NIMC now. We don't increase the money to renew name. If you want change your name or you want to mistake there your date of birth or something, you want change them. You go pay 28,500.
So tell me, how do you want?
So they are now revenue generating. NIMC now a revenue generating agency.
I said I've said it, and I keep saying it, that the suffering in the land has not started. When it starts, the Nigerian people will know the right thing to do. When it starts, people will know the right thing to do. People will realize that that token they give to you, and I keep saying it, I call it stupid token. That 5,000 naira they give to you, that 2 cups of rice they give to you, it will not solve your problem. What we need is a government that has a human face, a government that understands that people are going through hell, a government that understands that the taxation in the land is overbearing, a government that understands that because of the bad policies of governance, a lot of children are out of school, a government that will not embrace palliative. That is what we want. So anybody who wakes up from sleep and tells me, oh, we're looking for restructuring, Bola Tinubu will do it, that person is just wasting time. Because as far as we're concerned in Nigeria today, governance has halted, politicking has taken over.
Talking about governance halted, you know this thing which Chidi Odinkalo, right? When you talk about selectocracy, like I just talk about the way you used to talk. He said Nigeria, the making of judicial selectocracy. Now, a chronicle the way we be say court don't give conflicting judgments, how the thing use affect and shaping the election results or outcome of people votes, or even change the vote where people don't vote and all of that. In fact, they say selectocrats, selectorate theory explains how elites access and retain power. It distinguishes between the categories of actors for this purpose. Interchangeably, interchangeables nationally have a role, but hardly fit the parts. Influences sometimes may also do that, but the focus on the small category of essentials who decide nearly everything will be what the judiciary. The clever power seeker focuses on doing a deal with essentials at the expense of influentials and the interchangeables. Who be those people with the interchangeable? Not tell me saying that the masses. I don't know. We go one throw small light on that in way
You
Chidi
see,
Odinkano talk and why it is injurious to our democracy. I saw that article as very interesting and
yeah,
this thing we
it
can
is very
make
interesting.
here.
Interesting in the sense that when Dele Farotimi wrote a book and talked about the judicial nonsense in the country, talked about the way the judiciary has been abused, debased. Unfortunately, he used Baba Are
Areva
Are
Afe Babalola.
Baba
Afe Babalola.
Afe Babalola, yes. He used him as a case study. And that created a lot of ripples. But I'll tell you, when you go back and look at snippets of that book, and look at the points he tried to raise, as a critical thinker, initially, after reading those things, here and there, to me, it didn't strike that he was referring to Afe Babalola. It didn't strike. And a lot of people that I know that read the book didn't also see that point until...
Did not notice that
yes,
initially.
until Afe Babalola,
did not notice it
until
initially.
Afe Babalola decided to make the book more popular. And as it stands today, what has changed from what was published in that book? Has the judiciary changed? Nope.
Even Delefaro to me talk, say judiciary just prove I'm right by
good.
waiting they
Say
they just prove, say waiting in the
your
right about them.
Chief Justice of the Federation, Kekere Duaz, if I'm right. Good.
Kekere, no, yes. Justice Kudiri.
Yes, when she was being in, how do they put it in National Assembly? When she was being
which was
when she was being screened at the National Assembly, she told you how impeccable, corrupt-free she is. She told you how she's coming to reform the judiciary. And everybody, Nigerians now, even your senators were clapping their hands. And I said something to you, and I keep saying it. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. And I said to you that the damage that the Supreme Court did to Imo State by taking number 4 to make number 1, they have not been able to redeem their image. I also told you that talk is cheap. Now, if you go to what, is it Odinaka, what do they call him? Wrote. Odinkalu, yes. If you go to what Odinkalu wrote, you will find that thing he wrote very interesting. Why? Because when you're reading it, it looks like it doesn't look like a news item. It looks like story. And the way it is written, you cannot stop reading it. You want to read it to the end. Yes. So when I started reading it, I started laughing. And I'll tell you the truth, a lot was going inside my head. And I said, he has given us an expose rather, telling you how 2 men lure the judiciary into turning our electoral system to a business where they can survive from.
And who are those 2 men? Were they
mentioned? Yes, I know Oba was mentioned, and I've forgotten the name of the main actor. And he kept saying that this main actor has never won election, according to INEC. But he has always won election through the back door,
through the courts,
using the judiciary. And then you ask yourself, if your lawmakers, if your governors, if your state house of assembly members, if their salary was based on minimum wage, Precious, do you think they would do everything to remain in that office? Nobody will be there. And it's the same thing that has happened with Christianity. Today you have everybody becoming a pastor. Why? Lack of employment. So the perk of the office is what is luring people into it. It is the perk of what they get from the office that is making everybody, it's a do or die to become a minister, to become a senator, to become a honorable member, to become a governor, to become a local government chairman. That is why you have the charade you have in Lagos State. So it's not about the people. The people don't even matter anymore. And I keep saying 200 million Nigerians go to vote, and 4 men tweeting from a room, so to say, calling themselves judges, decide the fate of 2 million people. But they forget that the obedience, who were said to be 3 or 4 tweeting from a room, came out, showed themselves during 2023 election, and went to vote for their own candidates. But they are hiding behind their phones, behind their keyboard, and deciding who your leaders would be. How can this country ever move forward? So the judiciary needs to purge itself. It needs to purge itself. In everything that has gone wrong in this country, the judiciary is always put there to blame. And I don't know why those who are in charge of the judiciary have not seen the need to purge the system. You go to the correctional centers, you have 1,000, 2,000 people awaiting trial. The blame is heaped on who? The judiciary. You come to election, all the magomago, everything that is gone bad with the electoral system, INEC too will push it to the judiciary. The politicians will push it to the judiciary. Why is it that the judiciary is finding it difficult to redeem themselves?
Okay, so very quickly, let's just touch a few things before we wrap up. I know time is going. Today is Sunday. So Benga Daniel has said that not only President Bola Tinubu could fit restructure Nigeria and single truly entrench true federalism for inside Nigeria. And I'm waiting in talk. And meanwhile, Atiku, former spokesperson, show me don't talk to me. Nobody bully Atiku into surrendering, saying no go run for presidential election again. But they need the bully. I mean, be like all of them they use age, the age shame. The bully are making talk saying no go run again. You guys should stop bullying him. So I'd like you to react to all of this before we go to, and just to quickly let Nigerians know, we here say Airpeace flight jam antelope, scatter the antelope for runway for Abuja airport, not be Lagos airport. So that's one of the many crises and issues that we face. And then Anambra now, they do bunkering because they don't get bunkering sites now, illegal refinery where they don't shut down as an oil producing state. That is the same Anambra state where it be say your brother, the governor, talk say he say the last time governor president come inside the state, say not to come not to come commission breweries and a private brewery and another private enterprise. So the fact say that's commission in which Jonathan come in 2012 lead to naming Anambra as an oil producing country state will lead to waiting they make and collect money now for 13% derivation. No follow for waiting make Jonathan become, and it wasn't recognized by Soludo in his statement. But let me let you react to this very quickly, sir.
Well, the first one you talked about is Benga Daniel telling us
Yes. Restructuring through federalism and saying only Tinubu go fit do am. If na only am go fit do am, why never start am immediately?
congratulations to Benga
What is he
Daniel.
waiting for?
Like I said,
Okay.
the leaders in this country, they're always speaking from two sides of the mouth. I've never known Benga Daniel to be an APC man. And I believe that if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has at the back of his mind or ever thought about restructuring this country, that should have been the first thing he would have made on the 29th of May 2023 when he addressed Nigerians, rather than telling us subsidy is gone. Don't forget, restructuring has always been the slogan of APC. It has always been. We will restructure Nigeria. We will make Naira and dollar to be on par.
Yeah, they campaigned with that in
Good.
2015.
So, but
Yes.
we know it's all gimmicks, it's all lies. It's all part of the balabu, balaba. That is what it is. Because a president that believes in restructuring would not go as praying of, getting all what he needs when the people are not hungry. A man who has kids that are hungry does not go to a restaurant to go and sit down and order whatever he wants to eat. After filling his stomach, he comes back to the house and tell the children, don't worry, tomorrow will be better, God will provide. That is a wicked father. Maybe Bola Tinubu does not understand today what the ordinary Nigerians are going through. Because if he understands what Nigerians are going through, a lot of decisions he has taken, he won't take them. Maybe Benga Daniel too does not understand. Well, he doesn't understand. He has been a governor. So whatever money he got from being a governor, he's still spending on it.
But what has that got to do with restructuring?
No, it got a lot.
And do you think restructuring is actually what we need?
When you say restructuring, we also need to know what Benga Daniel has at his back of his mind as restructuring.
He mentioned true federalism.
True federalism. Clap for him. He was a governor for how many years? I think 8 years. In those 8 years, he was the governor. What, can he come out and beat his chest and say, yes, he was the chief security officer of his state? Can he beat his chest and say, yes, he could give directives to the commissioner of police?
And that's why he's seeking.
So when people see things that are wrong and they don't address it at that point in time, when they leave office, they now begin to tell you all kinds of things. As far as I'm concerned, this APC government does not have what they call restructuring in their blood. If you're talking of restructuring, maybe the restructuring they're talking about is one-party state, which the party chairman has been hampering upon. But even if
so are you saying that? Are you saying that if power is shared to other constituent states, that maybe South handle their things by themselves, East handle their things by themselves, West like that and all that, say we know we'll get better development? Remember, I say lots of people they talk say the time when Nigeria developed,
who will do it now? Is it the president that buys that is a jet now? I heard the jet is in South Africa. They're cleaning it and they're spraying it in South Africa. Don't we have people that can do it in Nigeria? You start restructuring by cutting the cost of governance. Fiscal discipline, financial discipline. That's how you start. You can't be doing things anyhow you want and somebody is there talking about restructuring. Maybe Benga Daniel is also seeing a vision from his own room we don't know about. But if it is a real Nigeria that we know of today, nobody's talking of restructuring. Because when you restructure this country, the way it should be restructured, you will take away power from the center and give it.
And the center like
power. I've told you severally, Precious, it is easy to give a cup of water to a monkey. To get your cup back, Nadia the Begede. Monkey is smart. It's because the trees are close by. Separate the trees and see if the monkey is smart.
All right, Nigerians, just to let you know that phone lines are open. We can quickly just jump in on this conversation very quickly. If you just follow the link for inside the comment section, for that post where they pinned for the comment section to jump into the studio to put map for any of the things that we don't talk about before, any of these things, you're free to jump in on them. Any of the things we've discussed about, feel free to jump on them. Or you call the WhatsApp line 0817 029 4077. 0817-029-4077. Plenty of rishi remain we will not fit talk about because time no go fit let us to dive into all of them one at a time. But that's about it. I tell on about the Anambra State bunkering issue vis-a-vis, so we also there is this case I wanted
before hold on,
about,
they're talking of Anambra. Let me just chip in on it. Anambra has been in the news for good and bad. The good side of Anambra being in the news is that the governor has finally declared support for Bola Tinubu 2027. So as if to
That's
So
a good news, right?
he can come back
That's
as
an
governor,
interesting news, right?
you know, for 2027. But the bad news is that um, one, suddenly, after the president came and left, the, the people doing bunkering were arrested. Two, we also hear that the cheating in jam now for Anambra the Begede.
Not be only
So
Anambra,
that place,
Anambra and
I'm not
Lagos
talking
they
of
carry
Lagos.
first.
I'm talking of Anambra
Mm.
because everybody keeps saying Peter Obi car, Peter Obi that, Peter Obi that. But you and I know that when Peter Obi was in Anambra, Anambra was first in the whole nation in terms of education. Today you have a Professor Soludo. They call him Mr. Solution, or the Oga Solution. Okay, now for your state, now kidnapping they hire you. Now for your state, bunkering now don't start. Now for your state, exam practice don't get A1. Continue. 2027, don't be shocked if Anambra people show you Pepe. Continue.
Eh, okay. All right. I would like to say thank you. Many messages they here. I dey see all on the messages and all on the responses for inside the things that we don't raise. There is this case about Nigeria, Femi Falana demanding for probe into the alleged diversion of 3.4 million billion dollars IMF loan. It's a very cumbersome conversation, and I would like leave make I invite a financial analyst to help us talk about because it be like say you get us money and Nigeria need dey sabi go well. Money dey sabi waka kurukere anyhow for inside Nigeria. And I like to open the eyes of Nigerians to some of this conversation, make them see wetin dey happen for their country. But do you think Atiku Abubakar is bullied to drop election? As a show me they talk, say people they try age bully and shame am, make him drop in presidential
See,
ambition. And he's saying that nobody
nobody
can
is
pull
bullying
him.
Atiku. Nobody is shaming Atiku. Nobody is body shaming Atiku. But I keep saying it. Me too, I don't want to prophet now. And I want to prophesy. I want to prophesy that 2027, Atiku will do the right thing. Atiku will shock Nigerians. Atiku,
What is the right thing you expect him
Atiku
to
will
do?
show Nigerians what patriotism is all about. You watch and see.
Ah, okay. All right. If thou not be a man of God, from
If the
your
prophecy
if
don't
thou not
come
be a man
through,
of God, from your mouth,
precious, if the prophecy don't come through, eh? Ah, see, make anybody not pay me tithe again.
who they pay
Ah,
thanks before to you? All right. I like to say a big thank you to everyone for joining in on the conversation. I appreciate it. Well as I join the conversation. Now Sunday be this, so time no day again. Make we wrap up very quickly. Prince Francis Chilak, I'd like to say a big thank you to you. Thank you so much for jumping in on the conversation today, and thank you for always showing your support to this platform. It means a lot to us, and we see what you do, we like what you do, and your reward due on earth, due for heaven. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's been part of this conversation. This now update of some things really happen for inside Nigeria. Tomorrow we go hard again and bring you more updates on things really happen. We'll continue to talk for the growth and development of our country. We'll not go stop to talk because the day we'll stop to talk, now the day we will start to die. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you never pay your offering, please the tithe way you go pay here now to make sure say you like the post. So kindly like share that now the tithe way BC you go pay. So kindly please like and share. That's just the little thing you can do for us. That's just to help you give to us. So like and share so that this message could go around. May Nigerians they politically aware and enlightened. May they know what's in they happen for their country because information like key. So who gets information could make the right decision. And we hope say this information then will be dish out here and as we use break them down, could they open the minds and eyes of Nigerians, may they know the right thing what they could do when the time comes. Prince Francis Chilakasa, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us and God bless
bless
you a
you
lot
too.
for being here
Good
always with
night.
us. Thank you. All right. Good night, sir. And to all of you Nigerians, I love you guys so dearly. I love you. Yeah, you know that. And please protect your mental health as usual because Wahala need to finish. I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon by 3:30 p.m. I would ensure to keep to that timing. Forgive me because I'm really very very busy, but I see you again tomorrow 30. I'm trying to get staff, recruit people to help me handle some of my jobs so that I can give more time to this. And I'm hoping that I do that soon so that I can be committed and then have an appropriate timing for this. I love you guys. This Professor Mental Health. Good night and God bless you.